Guthrie. We are on Homewood Drive here in Findlay. My husband Chad and I have 3 children in Findlay City Schools. Myself am a Findlay High School graduate. I would like to begin by saying that we love our schools and call Findlay home. I come to you all tonight ultimately with a heart of gratitude. We are incredibly thankful, honestly, for all of the teachers, principals, coaches, and staff who have poured into our children throughout the years. We recognize that no school is perfect. I am not perfect, my children are not perfect, but it's because of all of this that we are standing up now, because we care about our schools, our community, and our children, and we have entirely too much to lose, honestly, by standing idle any longer. After a year and a half of participating in all we needed to during these unprecedented COVID times, and after a very normal summer, using all the knowledge we have gained over the last year and a half, this school year began very well, and my children and I were very hopeful that all the infringements on our liberties and rights and all the COVID politics would be gone. After a week or so, things began to get weird again, and seemed like we were and continue to be spiraling backwards. Teachers were suddenly masked up again. A teacher told her class to stay 6 feet away from her so she could stay safe. Foreign language teachers teaching advanced foreign language who were initially unmasked are now teaching with masks on for these foreign languages. Principals 3 weeks ago at Findlay High School lined the halls upon arrival with their masks on to make a statement. Athletes have been told by upperclassmen and coaches to put on their masks so that they can have a season. My daughter was told to get off of the school bus since she didn't have a mask on, and she was allowed re-entry onto the bus once her mask was on her face. Students were called to the office and questioned about their masking status and vaccination status to determine if they needed to go home or not due to contact tracing, all without their parents' knowledge or permission. People have gone rogue. Keep in mind, this is all with less than 1% of our student and school population being COVID positive, less than 1%. I have been working with our school board members, administrators, staff, and coaches and seeking to gain clarity on all of these things. As a result of digging in and asking hard questions, it has become apparent to me that at some point, we have forgotten the basis of how and why the United States of America was founded. Here's what I found it all boiled down to with all politics, debates, discussions, opinions, and science aside, is that we have the United States Constitution to find our firm footing on once again. We have laws for a reason. They remove all emotion. The time is now for each of us in this room tonight to be a leader, to be the leader that stands up and invokes our God-given rights, our parental rights, and our constitutional rights. Then equip others to do the same. I emailed our school board members 3 different times over the last week, provided links with the CDC mandate, federal law, and Ohio law. The CDC is a non-regulatory agency. They do not make law. Ohio law and federal law both specifically state school buses are not public transportation, and there is no health emergency or CDC order that supersedes established law, as stated in the Supremacy Clause and Marbury versus Madison of 1803. The 3rd email was a simple email request to at least reply or acknowledge that you all have received my email. I heard from one school board member in the last week acknowledging receipt of that. My 2 questions I had for them in this email were, number 1, is Findlay City District School Board following the law? Number 2, does Findlay City District School Board consider school buses public transportation? As of this afternoon, like I said, I heard from one of you. Please also educate yourselves on Ohio law regarding isolation quarantine, as specified in Ohio Revised Code. The health department is the only authority who can quarantine, not schools. In order to quarantine in the state of Ohio, the person must have a medical diagnosis of a contagious disease and be a direct contact. A direct contact, as written in the law, is defined as being a caregiver to someone with the contagious disease, sharing eating utensils, and coming into direct contact with excretions and secretions for a sustained period. Don't think any of this is happening in math class. Quarantining is a legal act. Ask Hancock Public Health to put in writing the quarantine order. ask for proof of the medical diagnosis and proof of the direct contact. Short of a court order, our children, our healthy children, have every legal right to be in school. Without a court order, what is happening currently is,
the last person went more than 5 minutes. Nice job.